Today, I'm going to explain the rising issues that is happening in the lives of teenagers today, and how parents need to help educate them and try to prevent teen pregnancy, the age that teens are having sex, the diseases that they can catch if they use unprotected sex, and the drug abuse that teens are getting themselves into due to prescriptions that we have in our home. When I was a teenager, teen pregnancy and having sex that young was just not as bad as it is now. Not saying that we were angels when I was a teenager, but it wasn't as prominent as it is now. The rates of teen pregnancy has significantly increased. That is definitely a point that can be proven. We as parents need to definitely sit down and talk with our children, explain to them that the risk of being a mother as a teenager, that their children are more at risk of having health issues if born to a teenage mom. They're at risk of dying younger. If born to a teenage mom, they are underweight. And being a mom as a teenager, just, you have to quit your dreams, and it's just not what you really want for your life. You want to go to college, you want to finish high school, you want to get a career and go on. You want to have a planned pregnancy, not a pregnancy as a teenager. It's just not as fabulous as all these shows make it out to be. And then the diseases that you can catch: gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes. You just can't get rid of some of them. It's not as easy as a shot. These teenagers think you can just take a magic pill and poof, it's gone. No, it's not that easy. The teenage girls, they think they can go to these parties and, oh, well, to make the guys like me, I'm going to have sex. Then everybody will like me. It's not it. It's just a false sense of security. They're not going to like you any better. In fact, they'll think less of you. They'll think you're easy. And hey, if I want to have a good time, we'll call you. So that leads to more rapes, and sometimes the rapes go too far and the guys will sometimes hurt the girls, and it can sometimes lead to murder. I myself have a 14-year-old daughter who, back in the day, I can remember, ooh, boys have cooties, I'll never kiss a boy. Well, now she's 14 and that's all she thinks about is boys, boys, boys. Cannot get them off her brain. I keep trying to tell her, not the way to go. Finish your studies, get them done. Please stop thinking of boys. Then there's a big controversy that if we sit down with our teenagers and try and put them on birth control, because even if we talk to them, they still sometimes make up their own mind and still decide to go ahead and do it. So we try to put them on birth control. We try to give them condoms, so if they do decide to do it, that they will be prepared for it. And we're bad parents for doing that, because if we give them a condom, then hey, we're giving them permission to go and have sex. That's so totally not true. We are not giving them permission to go have sex. I'm making sure my daughter is prepared if that moment is to come about. I'm not giving her permission by any means. I just want her to be protected from anything, from pregnancy, diseases, anything. Like MTV has this show out called 16 and Pregnant. They make it seem like it's so easy to be pregnant at 16, and your parents will help you raise the children. It's okay, get pregnant. quit school, or we'll help you raise the baby. You know, your boyfriend can come live with us, or you can go move in with your boyfriend at 16. It's just not the way to do it. It's not good to have a baby at that age. And if it happens, then it happens. It's an accident, but it's never a mistake. And we just as parents need to educate them a little more. And another danger that's out there with our teenagers is the drugs. It's the drugs. And the thing that's starting to be more widespread is right in your very home. It's in your very own medicine cabinet. We break our arm or having a bad migraine headache. So our doctors prescribe us pain medication, or some parents have what they call anxiety problems. So the doctors prescribe them anxiety medication such as Adderall or Ativan or lorazepam. It's all anxiety medication. And the teenagers think, oh, mom's not looking, or dad's not looking, or they're gone, so I'm going to take a pill or two. And then they start taking a pill here, they start taking a pill there, and then they like how it makes them feel, so they take more, and then they take more, and then they say, oh, well, mom and dad's going to notice, so I got to stop. Or then they don't notice, and the parents just are oblivious to what's going on, so the whole pill bottle's gone. And then after that's gone, the kids are like, now what do I do? So they start going on the streets and they buy harder drugs. Cocaine, heroin, meth is the big drug now. That's the hip drug. Ecstasy. It's all out there, and it's all dangerous. Oxycontin. Oxycontin is the worst. They smoke it, shoot it, snort it, and it's really affecting a lot of teenagers. It's more widespread than heroin is. It's even worse than heroin. Yeah, this starts a downward spiral. They graduate to selling their bodies for the money. The girls go on dates with men. They do favors with men for the money so they can get their drugs. It's not healthy. You know, the gentlemen think, hey, I'm doing them a favor, or hey, she's 18, she tells me she's 18, so I'm doing nothing wrong. She needs the money, she's doing me a favor. You know, my own son, he was 14 at the time, he had a surgery done, and they prescribed him Vicodin for the pain, and my mother would double his dose of the pain medication because the one pill wasn't working very well, and instead of calling the doctor, she doubled the dose, and it wound up getting him addicted to it. So he would start stealing my dad's Vicodin because it was available. My dad is going to die of scleroderma, so he's readily got the Vicodin available for my son to get into. Well, my parents have gotten, you know, they're aware of the problem, and they've locked it up, but that didn't stop him. He's gotten into it, he's found it. My son has been to rehab 2 times, failed both times. The second time he's actually gotten out. He stayed clean, but you know, he still has those urges to use. When he comes over to see me, I have to make sure everything's put up. I don't want to be like that with my son. He's my son. I should be able to trust him. I shouldn't have to look over his shoulder like a hawk, like he's a drug addict, like a fiend. I shouldn't have to do that. So from the beginning, we should educate our teenagers. You know, have the doctors talk to them. talk to a doctor. Don't be a doctor. Don't play the doctor. Don't double up the medication. Don't give them something that's not theirs. So if you are not yet a parent, one day you will be, and maybe you will be able to save your child from becoming a young parent or contracting a deadly disease or becoming a drug addict, him or herself. I hope this video will help you in some way, save a teenager somewhere. Thank you.